I know, yeah, you guys haven't had a long time to process, yesterday, but with the flight home and a few hours, what's kind of the mood of the team, and you know, what do you think it's going to take for you guys to kind of put together a string of victories in a row in terms of launching maybe a playoff run?
Um, to be honest, I think right now it's kind of you just got to take it one day at a time. I think the best thing I learned in my career was you got to win the day. You know what I'm saying? Take it one day at a time, and you know, try to fix whatever it is that's not going our way. I feel like some things that the ball just don't bounce our way sometimes, and that's kind of football. So, like I say, the main thing is just take it one day at a time, and then go from there.
How do you feel like you guys played as a defense last night, and how do you think that sets you up for kind of the last 9 games?
I think it's never as good, never as bad as you think. I mean, that's kind of cliche, but that's really, I think we held our own, to be honest, for, I would say 59 minutes of the game. But I say, when you get put in them positions like that, I mean, you can rise up or you can fold. I mean, we always say, like, I learned something, like, you always go back to the level of your training. I feel like it kind of got away from us, and things kind of was happening fast out there. But besides that, I think we all played collectively great. We wanted to come away with some of them turnovers that we had opportunities on. I mean, that will set us up and put us in better position. I'm talking about myself alone. So I feel like I could have had a pick six. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's little things that we can clean up just so we can put a whole game together, whole 4 quarters together.
Thank you.
Gilbert?
Hey, Troy, to go back out there on the field against Tom Brady, how tough was that mentally? And you think maybe fatigue was a little factor for that last drive for you guys?
I don't think I think we've been in that position a couple times on this team, so I don't really feel like it was really nothing new. I think go back to when 2020 when I was here, and we played them, it was kind of the same thing. We had a last minute drive and Jordan Fuller ended up getting the interception. So I think it was just kind of like it's just more so of a thing where we just had to have our mind right and we just didn't execute in that last little bit of time. So that's really what it was. I don't think all that other stuff played in the factor. I think we just didn't execute.
And Troy, with you and Jalen being the veterans in the secondary, do you guys kind of get together and get the young guys and say, hey, we got to start making some plays? Do you talk to guys like that and give them a speech, or how do you approach it to get it right?
I think we all look inward a little bit. Jalen's more the vocal one. He's, say little things in the meetings and things like that, more so than I am. I might grab somebody one-on-one. It's not, hey, you got to make plays, because I feel like we do make plays. I mean, it's just, like I said, sometimes the ball don't bounce our way. Like I look around the league and some of them calls that was called last night is not being called in certain games. So I say it's just, it's just a tough going right now, but we'll figure it out.
Gotcha, Troy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jordan.
Hey, Troy. Good morning. Thanks for doing this.
Hey,
2 questions for you, if you don't mind. First, this group and football in general, everyone talks so much about complementary football, right? But I think everyone would agree internally and externally, you guys are not playing complementary football right now. But when you go back and unpack all of that and try to kind of build it back up to where you guys think it can be and should be on a mental level, even after emotions are high last night, how do you kind of reach back across to the offense, and how do you guys all get on the same page as people first, as a team first, and then, hope that translates to the field?
That's a good question. To me, I don't really think us on the defense, we can really look at the offense and say, hey, I got to do this better or this better. Because, I mean, there's always things out there that we can do better. I feel like if we start getting more turnovers and getting them more opportunities, I mean, obviously we had some punts to him, but I mean, we could put him in better field position, turnovers, pick six, and help him out and just gain that morale. I just put it on the defense, I think we just got to step up and keep doing our thing to a higher level, and I think over time, what I'm saying, if we keep putting our foot on people's necks and finishing games out and getting more turnovers and things like that, then we'll definitely be able to help them and put the ball in Stafford's hands more. Because I mean, you know what he can do until they figure out what's going on over there. You know what I'm saying? I think we just got to put it on our hands. That makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just on a little bit more of a granular level, I know you wanted to come away with that pick six there, but it looked like you were getting to play a little bit more aggressive, especially underneath, and then they were moving Jalen inside with you as well. Those adjustments, I guess, what do you like about that type of play, especially when you know a quarterback is going to try to get the ball out quick against you?
Are you talking about more so me being able to go inside and outside, or just the quarterback?
Yeah, and both, just the way that you're able to, it seems like some of the adjustments included getting you into more aggressive situations underneath.
I think it's a blessing to be able to do that. I don't take it for granted, and just when you got a player like Jalen in the defense, and what I'm saying, you want to be able to move him around, and I feel like just being able to go out there, and I like being able to move around too, being able to play inside and outside. It's kind of like I just be wanting to show what I can do at both positions, type of thing. So I feel like when you got that right there, and quarterbacks don't know who's going to be where or what's going to be where, or what I'm saying, what defense we might be in, I feel like that helped us out a lot. And you able to activate some different things with Jalen, and you're able to activate some different things with me too. So I feel like that helped us out a lot. And when quarterbacks is kind of like, I guess I would say, getting the ball out faster, I feel like that was more so like more so they game plan. I don't think it usually happens all the time. I don't think it was like nothing that we did differently from what we do all season, or when I've been playing, when I've been here on this defense. I think it was more so just their game plan type of thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And then and just one more for me, Troy, just on that the last 54 seconds or so when you guys are on the field, going back, when you watch what happened, is there any one area where you can point to a breakdown, or was it all sort of just a combination of things compounding at one time?
To be honest, I think it was a lot of different things that went into play with that drive. I think it definitely was a fast-paced drive. Once they hit that big play, that kind of changed things around a little bit, where you're looking in the face like, all right, it's time for us to man up. I think it was little plays that we wish we'd have had back, or that we could have understood the situation a little more, to know, like, maybe if we tackle them a couple times in bounds, or something like that, that might have helped us out, knock a couple seconds off the clock so they wouldn't have been in that position. But I think we battled that whole time. I think, like I say, got them down to the one. I stand on it. I think some of them calls, like that last PI call, I think, what I'm saying, I think it was one of them type of calls where it's like, depending on who it is, they gonna call that, like I say, I see it all around the league all the time, and they pick and choose when they want to make them type of calls. So I think we just got to keep battling. What I'm saying, we can't really do nothing about that right now. That's in the past. We got to move forward and focus on today. Focus on these next games that we got.
Understood. Thank you so much, Troy.
Thank you.
We'll wrap with Stu and Sarah.
Hey, Troy, thanks for making the time this morning.
Thank you.
So wanted to ask you about Derion Kendrick, DK. It seems like we've been seeing him on the field more and more, especially over the last 2 weeks. Just from your experience with him, in meetings, practices, and obviously playing alongside him in games, what stands out to you? And then what, if anything, have you done yourself to kind of bring him along?
what the thing about DK is he a battler, you know, like he gonna go out there and he gonna fight, whether it bounces his way or not. Is he gonna fight, and he got the utmost confidence in himself and in his game. I think he gonna be one of them special players, and I mean, it's kind of just one of those things where, like I said before, now if they don't call them two flags, we praising. You know what I'm saying? It's just those type of things where, hey, if he calls, in my opinion, and I'm gonna stand on those, and I'm gonna say that he's a young player that's really, you know what I'm saying, growing. That's what you like to see. Like, he's a young player out there trying to grow. I mean, he's attentive, he's very smart at what he do, you know what I'm saying? And you know, he's up for the challenge every time. So that's what you like, you know what I mean? And I was on IR, so I kind of wasn't really able to be in tune with it a lot. But I mean, I'd say little things like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Go get you one. You're gonna get one. You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes right. Go get you one type of thing. But nothing crazy. And I feel like that's where now that I'm here and I'm able to be on the field with them and see what's going on, I can be a little more hands-on and, you know what I'm saying, try to help him with what I see and things like that.
Thank
you. And Sarah?
It seemed like when we were in the locker room yesterday that it was a pretty quiet group. You played on teams with bad records before. Is there something about this team and the situation this season that's made it maybe more frustrating?
Can you repeat that again?
Is there anything about this season that, I mean, you've been through losing seasons or bad records before. Is there anything about this season specifically that has maybe made it more frustrating?
I think losing is losing. You know, for me, it's like, I don't care what it is. It can't make nothing else. Like, one loss ain't gonna be more frustrating than the other loss. Losing is losing to me, whether I get blown out, whether we almost had them or anything. Losing is losing. No one likes to lose. No one, you know, if you like to lose, then you in the wrong spot. And I feel like there's a lot of people in this locker room and there's a lot of guys in here who care. That's why you might have felt like it was quiet, because it's people who care, and that's emotion right there. And that's what you like to see, because now you know you got the right people. And I mean, you know, we gotta go out there and fix things, and you know, it's any given Sunday. So I think for us, we just gotta go out there and just, I mean, I guess you can say play harder, or I would say just execute better. That's more so the thing. Look inward as a man, execute better, and you know what I'm saying, figure it out from there.
And then this is the first time under Sean McVay that the Rams have been 2 games under 500. What have you learned from him, and what about as a coach this season as you've gone through this stretch?
I think Coach McVay is Coach McVay. You know what I mean? He kind of the same, you know what I'm saying, the whole time. You know what I mean? He gonna give you the truth about what's going on within us, and he gonna, you know, always hold us accountable, and he hold himself accountable. I think that's kind of been the same thing. We all going through adversity right now, and that's some of the things that we all dealing with together right now. I think that's more so the things that he want to get it fixed, and that's some things where when you have success all the time and now you're dealing with adversity and these type of things, I guess I would say that, you know, this kind of showing that he really keeping us together, and he's, you know what I'm saying, a great leader for us.
Has he made a specific point to say that because you guys are dealing with adversity, or as you guys are dealing with it, that you guys need to stay together?
I guess you would say that, because it's just more so everybody on the outside, you know what I'm saying, pointing fingers and doing all these other things. I feel like it's kind of given that we got to stay connected. He would say little things like, that was his always. He always say, we stay connected. And I mean, that's something that we got to do even more so right now, just because, I mean, everybody else counting us out. You just got to come out there and stay connected. And I mean, it got to be a thing where we all believe in each other type of thing. So that's really what it is.